Let me clear up this news you're seeing on the timeline. The British state has accused me of a crime. They said 15 years ago I did something I wasn't supposed to do and I'm a criminal. But they won't tell me who against. They won't tell me where it happened. They won't tell me when it happened. Your Honor, I know you're saying I need to go to jail, but I have to decline your invite. Sorry, I can't go. Her pum-pum needs me.
You're all losers. When I say something, it matters. It's like, this is so gay. It's just like you can't say anything. Oh, the Jews, I hate them more than you. Oh, the Jews, I hate them. Darn Jews,
You won't tell me who the crime was committed against, if they even exist, because they don't. These are made-up victims.
The drama around Andrew Tate doesn't seem to be slowing down, and somehow he always ends up back in the spotlight. Every time he appears on camera, there's a good chance he'll say something so unexpected that people are left wondering what they just watched.
Gut feelings are actually a message sent to you from your future self because your consciousness can travel through time. Future you is trying to keep you alive. Future you wants you alive because if you don't live, there is no him. Future you needs you to survive so he can exist. He needs you to carry on your pathetic existence for as long as possible. And he continues to send you messages back. I know you're poor, but please keep living.
Online, plenty of people have described his recent behavior as unpredictable, and the conversation around him just keeps getting bigger. Even in our last video a few days ago, he started talking about another unusual idea, saying that his gut feeling was actually a version of himself from the future that had somehow traveled back in time to warn him.
Look into the future. Orange juice to prevent the sharks from biting you. Economy classes from losers. Your fucking children hate you. The pilot laughs at you. Use your mind. Use your brain. Think about it. People be like, oh, he's too rich to disagree with. He keeps saying he needs orange juice or the shark's gonna eat him. Get him his fucking orange juice. He's paying the fucking rent. Thanks. That was close.
That statement spread fast because it was another surprising claim that caught everyone's attention. Many viewers questioned what he meant, while others were simply confused since he didn't really explain how that idea was supposed to work. Before that, he was making another unusual claim, saying that orange juice somehow keeps sharks away whenever he goes to the beach.
Wine is obviously for f***ings. Anyone who pretends wine tastes different. I mean, basically, we should just shoot these people in the head by now. You know, you're in a restaurant, they bring the wine, and they pour out a little bit. The guy's like, he's sniffing a f***ing butthole like it's a dog. There should be a kill squad that just walks into restaurants when that's going on, and the guy's like, out here, you f***ing piece of shit. So then they fuck his wife, and his wife's screaming, no, Frank, no! And they grab her by the hair. She gets...
It was another surprising comment that left many people wondering whether he was being serious. That was a close one.
Things happen to me, but then I happen back. You hear me, Earth? I will happen back to you if you fuck with me. And for that reason, I'm not afraid of anything the world's gonna throw at me because I can happen back. I was just driving down the road and a guy was filming my car. Standing next to him was his girlfriend. He's filming the car and his girlfriend has a look on her face of slight embarrassment and annoyance. And we kind of locked eyes, me and the girl, and she looked at me kind of like, I'm a little bit embarrassed that my boyfriend's filming your car and he doesn't have one. And the man's excited. And I could have took his bitch. Like, my seat's empty currently. I could have just stopped and said, get in, took his bitch, and it could have been the end of their entire happy relationship. Because by filming the car, he was signaling to her, I want that car. I'm impressed by that car, but I don't have it. And that's not masculine because men have all they want. You have all that you want because you happen to the world. When you're with your girl and you see something you can't afford, ignore it. Apathetic. Don't stare at it. Don't look at it. Don't mention it in the positive or the negative. It didn't happen. Just sit with your girl, talk to her, distract her. Talk about her hobbies or some shit. Ask her about fucking Twilight. Take her brain off it until the rich man's driven past. Let me tell you guys something. I've been through more things than any of you could ever handle. I've been through more loss, heartbreak, pain, suffering than any of you could ever handle.
As you can probably tell, he seemed strangely focused on orange juice and kept making a string of random comments that made the whole situation feel even more unusual to watch. Since our last video, that pattern doesn't seem to have stopped. He has continued bringing up these odd little topics that he appears to feel strongly about, and some viewers believe it is a way to grab attention and get people talking. One topic he keeps returning to is his criticism of people who drink wine, along with a comparison that many online commenters have described as sounding like smelling a dog's rear end.
Here's how it's gonna work. My wallet is below. The funniest coin is gonna be mentioned by me. Mock my enemies. It always makes me laugh. If you're the funniest, it'll be the one I mention. All creator fees must be diverted to me in this wallet. All creator fees from every single coin will be used to buy daddy. That's the plan. We're gonna blow up one of these coins that are donated to my wallet, whichever one is funniest. All creator fees must be aimed at my wallet or it will not be the one that is chosen. All creator fees by daddy. Let's fucking run it.
Nobody really knows why he keeps going back to that example or why wine seems to bother him so much, but it has led to clips like the one you're about to see. Every new video seems to spark another round of reactions, adding even more attention to the same unusual pattern. That constant back and forth is exactly what keeps the conversation going. Even a quick offhand comment can explode into a much bigger discussion once it starts spreading across social media. So when this next clip began making the rounds, it didn't take long for people online to break down every line and point to it as another example of the same unusual pattern. And like I mentioned, I honestly have no idea who he was talking about or what pushed him into that mindset, but he suddenly went off on another rant. During it, he made an extreme comment suggesting that certain people should face severe punishment, while also bringing up a confusing story about his wife supposedly being disrespected at the table. It was hard to figure out where any of it came from or why he felt the need to say it, but the clip quickly grabbed attention because many viewers described it as another unusually intense outburst.
Finish.
My friends from the press again. Okay. Hi, friends. So why did they call you today?
They said I was really handsome. They said I'm really good looking and handsome.
Yes.
And that they wanted to give me a certificate for being so handsome, most handsome man in Romania. So I'm going to use it this summer in Maya. I'm going to walk around and show all the girls I'm the most handsome man in Romania. That's my intention.
Are you facing new accusations?
I am being accused of being the most handsome man in Romania, and I have to admit, I'm guilty.
1 hour in the decode.
Because I'm so handsome.
Why?
He's like, you're so handsome, Andrew. You're so funny. You're so rich. He was giving me lots of compliments.
Something. Drink something.
Only
Coffee,
coffee.
tea.
Only coffee.
Yes.
It also wasn't the only surprising thing he has said while recording himself in his car. At another point, he declared that the world does not happen to me, I happen to the world.
Let me clear up this news you're seeing on the timeline. The British state has accused me of a crime. They said 15 years ago I did something I wasn't supposed to do and I'm a criminal. But they won't tell me who against. They won't tell me where it happened. They won't tell me when it happened. They just said 15 years ago you did a crime. And I said, okay, against who? We're not telling you. In case you tweet it. Why would I tweet it? What are you talking about? Tell me who I committed this crime against so I can defend myself. Nope, we're not gonna let you defend yourself. You're accused of a crime, you're charged with a crime, we won't tell you who against. And I said, well then how do I put a defense together? And they said, well, if you come to England, we'll tell you. I said, sure, I'll come to England. No problem. All I wanna know is, can you guarantee I will not be remanded in custody? They said, no, we're not gonna guarantee you that. If you come to England, there's a strong chance you're gonna go to Belmarsh, remanded in custody for years, pre-trial. And I'm like, so you are accusing me of a crime, you've issued a warrant, you won't tell me who the crime was committed against, if they even exist, because they don't. These are made up victims, completely made up. They have people hiding behind anonymity and just attacking me, demanding millions of euros, millions of dollars for things that happened in 2009. Nobody's telling me what these things are. Nobody's telling me who these people are. Nobody's telling me when they happened, where they happened, nothing. And they're saying if I go to jail, they'll tell me, but I have to fly to England and put myself in jail.
A line that immediately sparked another wave of reactions online. He then followed that with a story claiming he could have pursued another man's partner because, in his version of events, the person filming his car came across as a beta, while he described himself as the alpha. He insisted he chose not to do it and then tried to turn the entire story into some kind of life lesson, leaving plenty of viewers debating what he was really trying to prove. And the strangest part is that after all of that, he was still presenting himself as someone who has supposedly been through more than almost anyone else could handle.
I'm just the only idiot out here saying the truth, going to jail for it. Every 5 minutes they indict me. Wake up, have a coffee, get indicted. Everyone knows they're lying, but they're liars. So that's what they do. You know? So anyway, I'm going to message her and say, are you a robot yet? That's what I do. I sit with the BBC. Hi. You went to jail. Nah. No, you went to jail because you were accused of human trafficking. Must have the wrong guy. Not me. I'm winning. I'm up. Yeah, but you're accused of this. What are you talking about? Don't know what you're talking about. I got Bugatti. I'm rich. What are you talking about? I'm a winner. I don't know what you're saying. Lose. Not in my brain. Not in my memory.
At the same time, he carried himself like an untouchable figure cruising around, while online commenters continued discussing his story about nearly getting involved in someone else's relationship. Not long after that, during another drive, he reportedly switched topics again and began promoting a meme coin to his followers and supporters, encouraging them to check it out. Some people online even speculated that it might also help bring in money while he continues dealing with his ongoing legal matters, although there is no public confirmation that this was the reason. And yeah, if someone is chasing every meme coin that pops up, plenty of people would probably question that decision. As you can probably tell, though, this whole situation has felt all over the place, and many viewers think he has seemed noticeably more frustrated lately than before. Some online commenters believe it is not only about getting attention, making money, or continuing to promote his courses. They also point to the legal cases involving him and his brother, noting reports that they have been facing additional legal pressure and further charges in ongoing proceedings. Those claims have only added more debate around everything they say and do. We have even seen recent footage of the two of them leaving court, which they later reposted. Some viewers believe the repost was meant to project confidence while reporters surrounded them and fired off questions. That led to this awkward clip, where he initially appears unusually upbeat and gives the impression that he is taking the pressure and the latest allegations in stride, at least from his point of view. But that confident attitude didn't seem to last very long. Before long, he was back doing something many viewers have come to expect, walking along the beach and speaking directly to the camera in another emotional rant. In the clip, he appeared frustrated that the court was not publicly revealing the identities of the people involved. Even though protecting identities is often a standard part of legal proceedings involving sensitive allegations, he questioned that decision and suggested it supported his side of the case. He went on to argue that he was not going to court and implied that the accusations could not be valid because the identities of the alleged victims had not been made public. Based on his comments, he suggested that their identities were being withheld to prevent backlash or further harassment. Privacy protections like that are commonly used in cases involving sensitive allegations, so his remarks quickly sparked another wave of online debate. Instead of hearing just another dramatic speech, many viewers saw him trying to frame the situation in a way that made him appear confident and in control despite the legal pressure surrounding him.
Online.
Come have a cigar with me. And please afford me the rare luxury. I'm going to complain a little bit because I can't find anyone who I like anymore. I don't like anybody. And I know everyone says that like they're cool. Like, I don't like no one. You're all losers. When I say something, it matters. Everyone on the internet fucking sucks. No one's funny. It all fucking blows. It's all gay and you know? I like Nick. Nick's funny. Nick's the only guy who will say something that'll make me laugh. Nick is the only person left on the internet who's funny. Everyone else fucking sucks, bro. And even then, like, you probably noticed my Twitter feed lately is just my car. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to flex my $7 million cars. Here's a $7 million car. Here's another $7 million car. Here's a different $7 million car. I have like 20. Here's another $7 million. Look, here's $100 million worth of cars. You're poor. Because everyone on the internet's a f***ing It's like, this is so gay. It's just like, you can't say anything. Oh, the Jews, I hate them more than you. The Jews, I hate them. Darn Jews, If you come anywhere near me in a little hat, I'll just slap you in the face. I don't give a fuck, bruv. You come up to me and start talking shit, but get out of here. Off back to your fucking shithole. I don't care. Endless babying. Or women.
To a lot of people, the clip felt less like a clear explanation and more like a carefully staged performance designed to shape the public conversation. What made the clip stand out even more was how he kept doubling down on that confident attitude, even while the public discussion around the court case remained tense and unresolved. Some commentators said that approach only made the situation seem even more unusual because it appeared to blend confidence, frustration, and denial into one long rant. With the legal proceedings still being widely discussed, every new clip seems to give people something else to analyze, debate, and question. That ongoing cycle is a big reason the story keeps staying in the spotlight, with each new video adding another chapter to the conversation. So as you can tell, he did not seem very happy, and many online commenters felt he was struggling to handle the growing pressure. At the time, he was not only continuing to deal with legal proceedings in Romania, where he reportedly appeared in court, but he was also facing legal issues in the United Kingdom. Some people online claimed he seemed frustrated that the identities connected to the case were not being made public, and they speculated that he wanted to respond to those claims publicly, although that remains their interpretation of his comments. This also was not the only place where viewers thought that frustration showed through. During what supporters referred to as emergency meetings, he repeatedly brought up the possibility of jail and often framed himself as the person under attack. Some commentators said this fit a pattern they believe they have seen before, where certain self-described alpha personalities portray themselves as victims or martyrs when facing serious criticism instead of keeping the focus on the allegations and the legal process. So as you can tell, the situation seems to be getting under his skin. During those emergency meetings, when he is not talking about time travel or other unusual claims, a lot of the discussion turns into frustrated venting. He goes on long, unpredictable rants about how much he dislikes the internet and says that everything around him feels pointless.
I'm really looking to get into some hard power, you know? I need to be one of those hidden overlords who's like in his HQ, and I have the power like with a pen and paper to like sign death warrants. Like Stalin. Stalin wasn't a streamer. Stalin wasn't on Twitter. But Stalin could get your ass dragged to a gulag. That's kind of what I'm looking for now. I'm not really interested in the streaming anymore. I have enough money. The trolling's getting boring because there's too many teams. I kind of need that hard, absolute power to put people to death with the stroke of a pen. That's all I'm looking for. No big deal. I'm not gonna just sit there and like evaluate. Convince me why you shouldn't die. You know? Let people cry and lament about their children. Convince me they're a good person. Like, you were probably a dickhead at some point. At some point in your life once, you were probably for a few seconds a dickhead, so sorry. Take him to Siberia.
All of it starts to blend into a series of scattered outbursts, and many viewers think there is a reason for that. Some believe he appears deeply frustrated by the legal cases he is facing, while he continues arguing that he is being unfairly targeted, a claim that remains strongly disputed online. Then even that unusual rant seemed to take another unexpected turn. Appearing visibly irritated, he reportedly began talking about wanting authority that some listeners compared to Stalin-like levels of power. Online reactions quickly lit up, with many viewers interpreting those comments as him imagining a system where he would face far less accountability, although that was their reading of what he said. So even during these emergency meetings, he often comes across as jumping from one topic to another, sounding frustrated and seeming upset with the people around him. That unpredictable style has only given viewers even more to debate and react to online. So yeah, as you can see, the whole situation has only become more unpredictable, and every new clip seems to spark another round of debate online. As the criticism continues, many viewers say he is making himself an even bigger target for jokes and reactions, while the discussion around him shows no signs of slowing down. That is all for today's breakdown. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments about the latest twists in this story. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.